If I suddenly leave, Ken, it's because I have an appointment at 11:20. So I might have to duck out if we're not done.
Hopefully that'll be more than enough time for us.
If she leaves, I'll take care of her slides. All right, we're set.
Okay. Good morning, Dragons, and welcome to Fleetwood Park 2021-2022. It takes a village to raise a dragon, and that is a really good synopsis of our philosophy of working together, students, staff, and homes. When we work together, amazing things happen every single day. So thank you for being here. I'd like to begin with our Aboriginal acknowledgement. Welcome, everyone. We take this opportunity to acknowledge the shared traditional territory of the Coast Salish people on which our schools are located, and we acknowledge the Katzie, Semiahmoo, and Kwantlen First Nations. We'd like to recognize the diverse population of people who are at Fleetwood Park Secondary and the Surrey School District who contribute to a rich, dynamic, and accepting culture. We are very, very fortunate. And so I would like to introduce myself. My name is Ken Hignall, a principal at Fleetwood Park. I'd like to introduce Mr. Karinzik and Ms. Duff, our vice principal.
Hello.
I'd also like to introduce our counseling team, Ms. Porter, who supports students, names beginning with A to E, Mr. Juicy, F to K, Ms. Carey, L to R, and Mr. Crema, S to Z. Our counseling team is here to act as advocates for students, and whether that support be social or academic or post-secondary, wonderful resource for our students, and we highly encourage our students to utilize the support that is available for them. In addition to that, I'd like to introduce some really important support staff in our school. Our custodian, Mr. Funk, our safe school liaison, Mr. Doherty, our supervisory aide, Ms. Malik, and this year we have a new school resource officer, Constable McDonald. Please, if you see them out and about around the school, introduce yourself, say hi. We are all here to support our students to ensure that Fleetwood Park is a safe, caring, and highly successful environment for all of us. I would like to remind everybody that we are Dragons. Fleetwood Park is our home. And of course, the operating word is that this year, fingers crossed, it will be the new normal or near normal. Please note that visiting other schools and mixing across school populations really should be avoided. We are looking forward to working with all of our students at Fleetwood Park this school year. And as all of us know, we received some excellent news at the end of August. This year, we are back to semesters. And so 2 semesters, September to January, 4 courses, February to June, another 4 courses. Again, we are really pleased that we can go back to a traditional structure of learning for this school year. And with that semester system also comes our traditional bell schedule. So again, 4 blocks, 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 45-minute lunch. The block order will rotate. You can see the Monday through Thursday schedule is set. The Friday will rotate, and at the bottom of that bell schedule, look each week, and we have posted what that rotation will be throughout the school year. The other piece that I'd like to remind everyone of is that we have, again, 10 early dismissal flex days that are scheduled about 1 per month throughout the school year. And those early dismissal flex days will have 3 shortened blocks in the morning, a lunch break, and then a block in the afternoon with a early dismissal time of 2:01. And our first flex day of the year will be this Monday, September the 20th, 2:01 dismissal. I mentioned a near normal set of systems and structures in going through the school year. However, with that, our health and safety protocols continue to be very, very important, and the health and safety of our students and staff will again be our #1 priority. So Ms. Duff is here to talk about the health and safety protocols as structured for this school year to ensure that everyone stays safe.
Great. The first step in the Surrey School District's back to school communicable disease safety plan is the daily health check. So if you haven't seen the daily health check, it is included in our newsletters every week. And I do recommend printing off a copy and taking a look at it every day. As a staff, we do one digitally every day. So the first thing is to check, how am I feeling? Do I have any of these symptoms? And if you do, then do not come to school. Have a parent call somebody, guardian, call into the school and let us know that you're not coming. We really ask, it's very important that if you're feeling any of those symptoms that you don't come to school. The next step is backup, which means still try to socially distance as much as possible. We do know that we are in a very, very full school, and there's going to be times when social distancing is going to be really hard, especially when you're walking around in the hallways between classes. But everyone should be trying their best to remain as distant as possible when you're inside of the school. We still have seating plans in classes, and students are still facing forward to try to help with that social distancing. Wash up. So when students that come to school before and after their lunch, if they can, as they enter a classroom, if there's a way to wash hands, students should be washing their hands a number of times a day. If there is no way for them to wash, all the classrooms have hand sanitizer, and there are large containers of hand sanitizer around the school in the hallways as well. Please do wash your hands as soon as you get to school, and definitely before and after you eat lunch, and ideally as you enter each of your classrooms and leave them. Mask up. While all three of us are sitting in offices right now, we don't have our masks on. They are all very nearby, all of us. We are a mask, 100% school, and if you walk around here, you will see students are very compliant with this rule, and they're taking the safety of everyone very carefully, which is wonderful to see. If for some reason you forget a mask, or if you have a mask that breaks, we do have masks always available in the office. Not only do we have disposable masks available, but we do have the cloth reusable masks. So if you would like to have one of those to use to take home each day and wash and come back, we're more than happy to give you one of those as well. So just ask for that in the office. And the last, obviously, one of the most important steps in all of this is vaccine. Please get your vaccinations. We do know that this community has a really high vaccination rate, but we're not at the numbers yet we need to be at to be able to know that the vaccine, that COVID is going to come into the school. So we do ask, all the students in our school are old enough to have a vaccination. We do ask, please try to get the vaccinations as soon as possible. Our code of conduct here at Fleetwood has many different layers to it. And if you're really curious and you want to read the whole code of conduct, it is on our website. But these are the main things that we want to kind of highlight in this video. And these are mostly reminders to our grade 9 through 12 students, but that is that we take the safety of our students extremely seriously. And so we do expect you to be doing safe things and being respectful while you're in the school. We do still have a no hats and hoods rule dress code in the school. So please don't wear your hats, don't pull your hoods up while you're walking around. When you come into the school, you should take those things off and put your hats in your locker. Electronic devices are really up to teachers how they want to manage them, but I will tell you that they can become a real problem for students. And if a teacher is informing you that your child is having trouble with their electronic device in class, a really good solution to that is for them to leave it at home for the day or lock it up in their lockers. But we want to remind you, there are times that there are thefts at Fleetwood Park, and electronic devices are the #1 thing that are taken because they are very expensive and kids want them. So be mindful of that. If you're sending your grade 8 with a brand new electronic device to school, or grade 9 or any grade with a new device, just be really mindful. The student needs to be really mindful of what they do with it, because we do have these stolen every year and potentially gone. So be really safe, okay? The best thing to do, again, is to lock it up in your locker and then not tell all your friends what your locker combination is. The last one on the code of conduct is smoking, vaping, drugs, alcohol. I mean, I don't think I have to say to you that those things are definitely not allowed in the school. We do not want to see any of these things happening here, and we do take violations of this code of conduct rule very seriously. So please do not do these things at school. A very important part of our code of conduct is our anti-homophobia policy. So it's really important. We had conversations with students about this today. It is very important that the school is committed. We are committed to taking action when there's evidence of discrimination and harassment as a result of a person's actual or perceived sexual orientation or gender identity. And we don't want anyone using homophobic or transphobic statements or comments or behaviors towards a speaker's intentions, and we won't tolerate it. So please, if you are someone who feels like you have had someone say something to you or make a comment or a statement, or even in a messaging kind of way has led you to feel uncomfortable about your sexual orientation, your gender identity, we would like you to try to come and let us know. We do have safe harbor teachers who will have a rainbow sticker up in their classroom, but all of us in the office as well have those stickers. We're also a safe harbor. You can come and talk to us. We want to hear about those things, please. We take it very seriously. Students, we're just a reminder, we do have the regular recycling organics program that Surrey has. Black garbage, blue recycling, green organics, and orange is recyclable containers that we can get money for. Please read the signs and please make sure that you put your waste in the correct containers. Homework Club, we're still waiting for final confirmation, but we do believe that Homework Club is going to run again Monday through Thursdays from 3 to 4 outside of room A304. It's run with our student peer tutors and also our LST teachers. And it is a very important part of our school and a wonderful gift to kids who just need somewhere to go after school to finish their homework. Maybe there's no one at home that can help them. And it's a very helpful tool for kids who are struggling in classes. So please listen to the announcements for when Homework Club starts up again. We also have math peer tutoring, and I know for sure this is definitely going to start up again. Again, talk to your math teacher to find out where it's going to be happening, but they happen Monday through Friday in the morning and also in the afternoons, but specific only to math. So if you're having some trouble in math, please talk to your teacher about getting some peer tutoring in math. And we do have an app. So for those of you that don't already know this, the FP Dragons app is available from any app store. Just look up FP Dragons app and select your grade group to get grade or grad specific information. And it's free. And we push a lot of our announcements through that. It's a great way to figure out what the block rotation is every day if you're confused. It's just a really great tool, very helpful for parents and for students. All right, and now I'm passing it on to Mr. Krinzik.
Thank you very much, Ms. Duff. On the same note of digital stuff and online accounts, I just want to quickly go over the two main kinds of school accounts that students will have and just present the differences and how you can get help with them. So students have My Education BC accounts. Our grade 8s won't have them yet, but you'll be getting them shortly. My Ed BC is a portal, a website where our students can check their schedules, check their report cards, check their attendance records, as well as submit their course requests, which is something we go through in the new year. These accounts can only be reset by the office. So if you have issues with your My Ed BC account, come to the office. The other important school account that students have are their surreyschools.ca accounts, and these credentials or accounts are used to log onto school computers if you need to use one of those, as well as to access the online Microsoft Office suite and Microsoft Teams, which we know a lot of classes are continuing to use even though we are back to full-time face-to-face learning. these accounts can be reset by teachers. And so if a student has an issue with their password or they are new and they don't have an account yet, the first person that they should ask for help from is their teacher. And if there's issues beyond that, then you can come to the office, but we don't have the same ability to reset those accounts. So the first attempt should be made by students to go through their teachers for those accounts. Pivoting, a hard pivot to something really exciting, and that's the return of extracurricular activities as we know them from the past. And so this year we are very excited to be able to say that clubs will return the way that they used to for the most part. We have to take attendance. I guess that's the biggest change, but we're excited to hear from those clubs and receive applications for those clubs to either restart or for new clubs to join. And there will be a clubs fair quite soon, I would say in the next few weeks. And we really encourage students to go find people to connect with, find passions and interests that you share with others, and explore those through our clubs and other extracurricular groups. Related to that,
all students to join at least one club this year. There will be lots to choose from, and the more you're involved, the better it will be. Join a club.
Absolutely. On a related note, athletics is also back to basically normal. It will be operating, the teams will be operating as they have in the past. We've got the 3 seasons of play for varsity teams, and many of them involve tryouts. My one piece of advice to students is, if you're interested, please make sure you're paying attention to the school announcements. Those tryouts are really important. Once the teams are set, it's very difficult / impossible to change those rosters after the fact. So really important that if you're interested on playing on one of our varsity teams, that you're following those announcements, and then also know that we have intramural sports, which will pick up in the next few weeks as well. So just really excited to be able to celebrate and enjoy athletics as we know it this year. Another really important extracurricular group is our student council. I know that they've begun to meet, and so if you are interested in participating in student council, whether that's as a member at large or just as a volunteer, listen to the school announcements and be available to join those meetings when they happen, or support the events that they're working on. So really important group in our school. Again, so happy to have them be able to meet in person and not on Teams this year. Big improvement for them and their work. Something that we are very excited for is our grade 8 retreat. We know that traditionally this has been an overnight activity for our grade 8 students, and due to COVID regulations, we aren't able to have it as an overnight, but it will look like 2 full day retreats for half of the grade at a time. And grade 8 students should have received permission forms for the retreat already. If you haven't, I'd ask your Block A teacher for information about that. And if they aren't able to provide it, come to the office and we'll try to get you sorted out. Really important that students get those permission forms in, and really important that they engage and they participate. It's a huge milestone for our students. When students graduate and we ask them about their memories from their time at Fleetwood Park, the grade 8 retreat is without a doubt the most common response about activities that were really enjoyable for students. It can mean a lot, so we really hope that all of our grade 8 students are able to make it. And if you have questions or concerns, again, please reach out to the office or to Mr. Tebow. He's the main coordinator of the retreat. A note on Career Education 8. This is a set of curriculum that is covered in other classes. And so we've explained this to most grade 8 students, but just a reminder, while it appears on your schedule, it is not a course that you actually go to. It is a course that is sprinkled and embedded in other courses, primarily your ADST and art courses. Mr. Erb is the coordinating teacher, and he will meet with students to get them set up on a school website called My Blueprint, and that's like the main hub for all of their Career Education 8 and 9 work. And there will be some self-reflections and other activities that do have to get completed for this course. Please note that it has a grade. It is a course that matters. It just isn't one that you physically go to. It's, again, sprinkled throughout everything else. And then Career 9, same sort of deal. Students hopefully have gone through this in their grade 8 year, but same thing. It is a non-enrolling course that is integrated into other courses. We ask that you try to log back into My Blueprint this week to make sure you're able to get in. And if you're not able to get in for whatever reason, please see Ms. Sammartino in the Career Education office. It's on the second floor, right beside the elevator. It's the little office there. So if you check out the career area, they'll be able to sort out your account if you're having issues. With that, I will turn it over to, oh, sorry, I have one more slide, pardon me. For our grade 10 to 12 students, this is just a brief reminder that the courses you take this year are part of the graduation program. They are part of the courses that are required to graduate. And we really encourage you to review the grad requirements checklist. This is from our school website. It's in the courses, course selection, grade 10 to 12 section. I think there's some printed copies at the office. If not, I'll make sure there are some as well. But just make sure that you are doing the things that you need to do to graduate in the time frame that you have in mind. If there are issues or concerns, please reach out to your school counselor and they will help either review this or make changes to your plan so that you are able to graduate with the courses that you want and on the timeline that you're looking at. Really, really important that you take these courses seriously. That's probably needless to say, but it just is something that we really want to make sure students are aware of, that grade 10 and up, things really start to matter for graduation. And now I will turn it over to Ms. Duff.
Hello, so this is specifically for grade 12. It is a very big year, and you should have already gone over your courses with your counselors to make sure that you're eligible for graduation. It is good to check it yourself as well, just to be super careful. And just a reminder that the course changes are very limited and reserved for missing grad requirements. So when kids are missing something they need to graduate, then we might have to move things around for other kids. But I believe that most of this has already been taken care of. The key now is to stay in your classes, go to your classes, and good luck getting through your classes. It's very important though, you want to get through them all. Post-secondary planning. Now last night, there was a scholarship information night. I don't know if it was taped. Potentially it was. The best thing to do is to follow the @FP scholarships on Twitter to see what Mr. Johnson posts, and also pay attention to announcements for post-secondary fairs and presentations. It's very exciting this year. Our post-secondary institutions are starting to come around and tour again. But because of COVID guidelines and rules, not as many people will be able to attend all of their events. So I do recommend listening or talking to Ms. Connor if there's a university or college or program that you're really interested in, to see when they're coming and to book a place. As I said, following scholarships on Twitter is a great way to keep up with all the different scholarships. I know when I was in high school, I spent quite a bit of time applying for scholarships, and let's say quite a bit of time was 4 hours writing different letters, and from that I got hundreds of dollars. So I made back definitely all the time in money that I got back. Sometimes scholarships take a bit of work to apply for, but it can be totally worth it. And scholarships are not just for the students that are getting straight A's, they're for a diverse group of students. So I highly recommend all students look at this, get on the Twitter account, pay attention to all the information that Mr. Johnson sends out about scholarships. He has a blog as well. The address is there. Or if you want to go see Mr. Johnson, he's in Portable 4, and he'll tell you how to get involved in that and start looking for scholarships. Grad is coming up for those students who are graduating in 2022. We are still waiting to see what is going to happen. We can tell you, even though COVID's been pretty bad the last 2 years, we still had a commencement that was very special and involved families. And it did take a few days to get through all of the grads, but it was well worth it, and we enjoyed every minute of it. And so we know for sure we will do something for our grads for commencement. But what we get to do beyond that is really, we're just going to have to wait and see what we're allowed to do. So everyone's just going to have to be patient, know that we would love to have a dinner dance again. but we're still waiting to hear how that's going to be organized. Academic probation is something that happens if you're not keeping up with your class work, and then you may not be allowed to participate in some of our grad activities. So the key for our grads is to keep up on your work. If you're struggling, please reach out to your teachers, to your vice principals, to your counselors, go to homework club. We're here to support you. Our goal is to have you all graduated and doing as well as you can when you leave here.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Duff.
Thank you.
So continuing on the theme of our graduating class and ensuring success and powerful learning, we asked the question of what will be your legacy as a graduating class of 2022? And every year at the beginning of the year, I really make a direct challenge to our graduating class, our grade 12 students, that as leaders in the school, I'd like each and every one of you to really reflect on how you will make a difference at school this year. What will you do to add service and leadership to help to shape our school and shape the success of this school year? And at the end of the year, we will look back and we will see what your legacy will be as you have gone through the school year. And my hope and expectation is, as each year, our grade 12 class and the leadership and service they provide will directly benefit and shape the culture and well-being of our school community. And I'm absolutely confident that that will occur again this year. And that general message is also given to all students. Every day when you come to school, please ask yourself, how can you shape and strengthen the culture and well-being of our learning community? You make a difference every single day. So with that, the closing messages that we would like to give to you are that, of course, our top priority continues to be the health and safety of our entire community. So be safe, be respectful of yourself, others, and the school. And we are confident that we will have a successful year of meaningful, highly engaged students, staff, and success. We wish everyone a great year at Fleetwood Park Secondary. Thanks very much, everybody.
Thanks.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Thanks for watching.